Ehang has already moved the future of transportation into the present. But we are aiming to go further. Now, our goal is to improve urban public transportation and make urban commuting safer, greener, and more efficient. Ehang's autonomous aerial vehicles are safe and stable aircraft that are essential for urban air mobility. They do not require extensive flight experience. The future is here today.
It's something totally different when you fly over the lake. It's really high up and it's great. I really loved it.
真的是特别的荣幸，也很幸运因为我是第一个在城市之间乘坐一航216出行的人。
But taking the airspace into use is fantastic potential, both for transporting goods and then also eventually people.
Ehang's AAVs have unique features that differentiate them from other proposed urban air mobility solutions. Their full redundancy systems are continuously optimized to be able to respond to different situations and keep passengers safe. Furthermore, the autopilot of the AAV can provide passengers with a relaxing, stress-free flight experience powered by clean energy. The modularized Ehang E-Port supports a complete automatic circulation system. Just like a transportation hub for more traditional transportation methods, like trains and airplanes. Neither runway nor ground space are required for aerial vehicles to take off and land. With this system, traffic circulation is greatly improved. This is an innovative new approach to managing traffic and minimizing congestion within urban areas. Inside the E-Port, the conveyor as well as the parking bots keep the system running smoothly. AAVs can be transported to different areas automatically for berthing, charging, and maintenance, and can be called to vertiports for the next flight. Ehang's Command and Control Center enables point-to-point flights or urban routes. Managed by trained pilots, it is a highly intelligent backstage control center that coordinates vehicle dispatch, route planning, and safety for Ehang AAVs to ensure that every flight is completed smoothly and safely. For us, innovation means helping people get from point A to point B faster, more comfortably, and more sustainably. In the near future, this system will work for every one of us. Ehang AAVs will become an essential part of our daily life, flying us into the future of urban air mobility.
Welcome everybody in front of Volocopter's hangar. Volocopter makes the dream of electrical flights in cities come true. And today I have an exciting news for you. For the first time, we show the full-scale Volocity, our commercial product that will go live within the next 2 to 3 years. Come, check it out. So let me give you some context to the Volocity. The Volocity will be the first commercially licensed product based on requirements set by the European Aviation Safety Authority, the EASA. And the cool thing is, it's very quiet, it's comfortable and very safe. We come to that point later. In the beginning, we will operate with a piloted version, flying people to the final destination. Obviously, over here, we have an autonomous version. You can see that with the cameras that will detect obstacles when flying. Come, check out some other key features of it. As promised, let's talk about safety. The most visible component of our safety system are our rotors and motors. We have 18 of them, so if we lose 1 or 2, it doesn't matter, we can still safely continue our flight. And this redundancy continues in all flight critical systems. For example, also the battery compartment, which I will show you for the very first time, so be excited. We have 9 battery packs, and even if we lose 1 or 2 battery packs, we can still continue our flight. Isn't that great? And now let's see what the other functions and features bring of the Volocity. So we talked about safety. What about comfort? You're arriving at the airport and you have your hand luggage with you. What to do now when you access the Volocity? And also for that, we have a solution. Here you see our luggage compartment. Simple to open. You put in your luggage, you have a lot of space in there. Easy. And now, I'm very excited. Let's take a seat in the Volocity. Oh my God, it's so easy to access. I can stretch my legs. And it just feels comfortable. Come, take a seat too, and we talk about the interior. And finally, check out our in-flight entertainment system, where you can access simply information about the flight map, so you know from which point you're coming and where you're going, with points of interest data, or simple access some news about Volocopter or the general public. And with that, I'm now taking the breathtaking view out of the Volocopter, and I say thank you to all of you listening to this virtual unveiling of the Volocity. Thanks a lot.
Bell is a technology company redefining flight.
It's interesting to see that Bell has been unshackled. We are a technology company, and that's the way people are seeing us.
And so we're wide open these days to any technology, any opportunity, any service model that will help humans become more mobile, more effective in the vertical dimension. And that's the way we look at the world today.
Bell Nexus is our entry into on-demand air mobility.
It started obviously with CES, coming here, showing the new Nexus, and the conversations and the meetings and the opportunities that flowed through the entire year around air mobility were just phenomenal.
We came to CES last year and were overwhelmed when we saw the Nexus product for the very first time and said, we have got to figure out how to be a part of this.
Welcome, dreamers, to the vertical century.
That got us a lot of interactions with folks like Microsoft, who we have since collaborated with to move the conversation forward, to move the technology forward.
If you're an aviation historian geek like me, take a look back at the history of Bell over the last 80 years, because every time they have been at the forefront of pioneering new vertical flight solutions.
Bell is the first. They're the leader in this space. I'm sure they're going to be copied, obviously. This is a great idea, so they're going to be copied for sure. But they're a leader in this space. They're ahead.
This year, the Nexus that you see behind me is different. We now have two versions of Nexus. The one behind us we call Nexus 4EX.
We've brought a new concept, fully electric, 4 ducts, more wing, more efficient, specifically designed for urban mobility applications. And with that, we've brought an urban application, a Bell City, where you can see these aircraft at work with the full infrastructure behind them of a fleet operation system, Air OS. So autonomous pod transport. Apt is obviously on display here as well.
You know, we did a lot of app demonstrations. We demonstrated for Yamato and others of how well that aircraft flies. We have tremendous interest from the military and the commercial businesses on that.
A lot of opportunities there as well to use that app as a technology capability driving tool for even things like the Nexus, where we're working with NASA and FAA on unmanned traffic, on detect and avoid systems. Particularly in this space, people look at it and say, wow, if Bell is doing this, I believe it's going to happen and I believe it will work and be safe and be something that I would fly on. That's a lot of credibility from our history.
When you look at Bell today, not only have we changed the name, but we're fundamentally working at changing the culture that sits underneath that. And so not only are you seeing new products, new technologies, new markets, new opportunities, but also the inside the company feel is very much evolving this year.
Bell has really tapped into what the future of flight is going to be, and it's a really exciting time to come work here and have a piece of what that future is going to look like. Not only working in a great environment with fantastic people, but we're doing it in a way that is making an impact on products for both the commercial side, saving lives, and on the military side.
It's exciting to see how people have grown, the amount of progress that we've made, the amount of learning that we've had, and the future just looks tremendously bright. It's just a tremendous time to be at Bell.
There's a tremendous awareness that Bell's not talking about it, Bell's doing it. That's been a huge change that everybody has set up and take notice. Bell is here, and they're different.